Hello, everybody. Ryan Carpenter here with No BS Golf on YouTube and P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Been a while. We've been super busy going through the summer trying to build this whole thing, get this business up and going. And it's been a great year. We're kind of heading now towards more what I call reevaluations season and the off season, the development season, really, as well, for when players are really needing to buckle down and make a ton of hard changes that are going to take them to that next leap. Get them to the point where they change the ball flight so dramatically, and control and precision and spin rates and trajectory. All these things we can talk about start to change to put them in position to score. We're not talking a couple strokes. We're talking 10, 15 stroke differences. So we're coming up to that part of the year. And with it, we have a whole lot of new stuff coming now that we've had a full, almost full year to kind of get this thing going. I've recently struck a deal. I'm bringing in 4D Motion Golf. If you haven't looked it up, just go search for it on Google. You can find it. All the years that I was at Golf Tech, one of the most important things that we had was an ability to provide students with a tremendous amount of learning ability within the lessons themselves. So it wasn't just one thing like talking or one thing like a visual thing or one thing, it was a multiple use of feedback and information to help players truly understand what's happening, what needs to be done, how are you going to do it, what's the best way to achieve it, and so on and so forth. And so that's a combination of things I wanted to get to because I don't think it's understood by far, and have had a conversation with this. I don't have the traditional lesson experience when it comes to me and my students. I have sessions. These sessions are built specifically to provide more than enough time to get through everything we may want to cover and talk about, work on, so on and so forth. And so while the base time might be like an hour-ish, sometimes that's not the case. Playing lesson might be 4 hours. An outdoor lesson might be 2 or 3. A good hard session, working hard on something that's difficult, might take a couple hours. And so I don't have a set time, which is why I also don't have a set exact quote unquote price. And so it's a program designed for commitment and time. Those are the big keys to all of this. Development takes time. It also takes time to get through enough things and develop and change an entire set of movements and things that literally create actual major different output, and especially in a way that lasts forever for a long time, so we don't move backwards either. And so really what it boils down to is in the beginning phase, for one thing, nobody has 8 hours a day, 5 days a week to work on their game. It's just the truth. And very few have, an hour a day, if that. And so just because of that alone, it is a problem because it takes time to be able to work through and do enough things with players to advance them through this process. But the good news is this: in the first 6, 9, 12 months, typically for most players, we get enough accomplished that at that point, from that point on, it's very less. It's a lot of just tweaking and maintenance level at the most. And really at that point as well, and it's just like what happens in my sessions. My sessions don't end when the true time of that day finishes. When players go out, I have tools for them. I give them the necessary processes to put in place, emails and backup information of what to do, how to do it, what to look for, what to see, but so on, so on, and so forth. But then as they're doing it, they still may have questions. And so between lessons, I have multiple students that will send me videos of what they're working on and let me put my eyes on it and check it and ask questions and texts and phone calls and so on and so forth. So it's really not a one-time thing, a singular event. It's multitudes of communication and backup and coaching is really what it is all about. And that's where we're able to find not only the success, but the guaranteed success. Players have to commit themselves to the process. That's the most important thing. So it does take time. So you have to have some patience, especially in the beginning. Definitely towards the end, things start to change dramatically to a whole different level. And I tell my students all the time, the goal is to get you to the point where you've learned enough and developed enough that you really don't need me hardly in it at all, if ever again. And even if it is, if it's a spot check thing, it's just, hey, take a look at this swing real quick. At that point, I'm not even charging for it. It's just you've already done the process and the business that's necessary to get you there. If it's a simple tweak, that's not a lesson. That's just a spot check. It's when something's necessary, when we need time. So think about what you've done to this point up maybe in your golf life and where you've actually gotten and how much has changed in over the course of, say, a year, 5 or 10. Have you dramatically improved in your game? And if you have, congratulations. That's awesome. It doesn't happen a lot, I can tell you that. I've been around this game for over 20, almost 30 plus years now, just playing the game. And very few actually advance very far. And there's reasons for that, and I know why. So we're working on that. We got lots of so many fun things happening coming in. Please, if you can, and if you watch any of this stuff, like, share, subscribe. I've got a new website that's going to be coming out soon. I've got some different things coming up, just announcements, marketing, if you will. Big things happening in November. I got the 4D motion coming. And so as we continue to roll and build this, and please go to the pub, go check out the facility, spend some time playing, get the membership. They have awesome memberships available that will allow you to not only play and use the facility at unlimited access, if you will, but it's an important part of the development process. And so I actually build that into my programs. If you're a member, you get incentives based off that. So, but we got so many things we're investing in this to build for the future, and there's more to come. There's a whole long-term plan to build something here in Warner Robins in Central Georgia that, I've talked about 9 people that go to Atlanta or the coast for things. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. I got everything I need right here, and I can do just exactly what they're doing in all those places. The funny thing is, the city manager of Golf Tech in Atlanta, he was my store manager when I was in Chicago for that first year. And I know everything they do and what they're talking about and everything that goes on. We got everything we need right here. We got the facility at the pub. I got the tools necessary with the feedback apps and this 4D motion technology that's coming in, and I'm going to add to it as well. As we continue to grow, we're going to provide more for our students. We're going to keep giving, keep building, grow this thing, and have the best facility for y'all to invest in your games and develop your games and achieve those goals. So come on down and check it out. You got to take the evaluation lesson first. That's the first step. You get all the information you need right there from that one singular lesson alone. I'm going to be out at the golf pub as well this evening, leading up to not quite to game time, but kind of between the, after work and game time. And I'm going to do a Beat the Pro challenge. So a little fun thing for tonight. If you have some time, you're looking for something to do, head up to the golf pub. Be sure to secure your time via the web. And for sure, like, share, subscribe, ask questions. Tell me what you want to see. I want to start doing some more YouTubing again soon. And but reach out and check out everything I got going. So Twitter at P45KDG. Facebook is P45 Knuckle Down Golf. P45 Knuckle Down Golf, all one word, at gmail.com. You got to reach out to me so I can ask questions, call, text, whatever. Anytime you want. Best thing is to call, because that way I can actually truly have a good conversation with you. But phone number 478-230-3324. That's it for now, folks. I got to move on. We got lots going on, but hopefully you'll come check out everything we got going on with the development process and everything at thegolfpub.com. For now, Ryan Carpenter, P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Check you later.